Okay, what I'm going to show here, what I'm going to show
Yeah.
here is the
I'm
fillet.
about to demo something and I don't know what it is.
I'll do the fillet corners here. So what I want to
Oh,
do,
I love that. That's great. Yeah. Really.
the fillet corners, it's a it's an extension of a wish. There was a free plugin that everyone used for a number of years, and it's either fallen out, it doesn't work anymore, or something, and we haven't been able to find the person or whatnot. So we've started working on our own, and of course, this is one of those things that it's probably going to grow from here, but it at least fills the need that the original was. So if I select my polygon and select fillet corners, it gives me 5 handles. Actually, it's 6. You can't see it, and I'll explain why. I'll lose this for a time being. So you click on the handle and you drag these in. We have 2 modes, steps and tolerance. And I'll start with steps first because it's the simplest and easiest to understand. It's how many points do I want in the arc? Each of these are independent, so I can pull in to different values across by the individual. If I click on the center, it's going to do all of them the same. Now, each of these tools are their own, essentially. So you notice that it snapped back to 0, and then I can come in here and adjust and adjust. If I go back to this, it remembers where it was. So that's kind of the workflow currently. And what I have found as I've been using this, I use this for doing roads like crazy. What I have found is do your gross, do the largest first, then any of your smaller. That's at least been my workflow. Now, you notice that I did all of that all on every point available. If I am doing, say, a road, and I might only want to do points, I select the points first, then I select my polygon and do fillet corners, and now I have the same controls, but only on those particular. I'm going to use this example here to try to explain tolerance. What tolerance is you have to imagine that the curve tolerance is another value inside this curve. So as I expand or contract, it's actually reducing and increasing the number of points to maintain the tolerance that I have asked it for. The closer that I get, the higher number. The further away, the fewer number. So maybe this will be enough to illustrate that as I'm scrolling in, you see that it's actually changing the numbers. So this is a nice way actually to not overdo it, because sometimes you've got you don't want to have just 100 jillion points in there. I'm going to go back to here, and let me just create another box real fast. I forgot that there was one tool that should be made mention of. So I've put this. I'm also going to take this opportunity here. I'm not sure that everything is going to be on the menus when you get the first open beta. So we might have a poll on where to place some of these tools. So I'm going to go back to steps, and I'm going to drag this in. We have this hard stop. What hard stop is, with it off, I can just keep going and turn my polygon into a modern art masterpiece. If I put hard stop on, what it's going to do is it's just going to stop. It's going to stop when it hits essentially midway between the controls. I'll also take this opportunity to show this one other thing: build centers. You might be constructing something that's a mechanical piece, and you've started by saying, let's have a nice rounded rounded curves here, and they're different sizes. There's a smaller one, there's a bigger one. And what you're going to want to do is you want to actually locate something on the center of these arcs. This build centers button will actually give you points. They're not connected to anything, so they're easy to select to clear later. But this is actually the center of each of these arcs. So you can use that to help locate something else that you want to have centered, for maybe cutting a hole here or something along that line. Last, I want to say this. If I select multiple and run fillet corners, I now have exposed a control that was actually hiding. And it's also available by holding shift. It's a duality kind of a thing. But this gives me the control over this one. This one gives me the control over here. This gives me individual control. Or I can click on this one and do everything all at once. And again, this is where I have found that doing bigger, so this is the largest. Then let's come in here and adjust this one to something smaller. Let's adjust this. This has been my workflow as I've been messing with this tool. And that is fillet corners.
That is good, isn't it? I love that.
And now I need to find you guys again.
Where's that placed in the menu bar at the moment?
Well, currently where I've put it is under multiply, just under rounder. It's kind of where I have. But like as I say, currently it's nowhere.